Developing inclusive communities, cities, and societies is a key part of sustainability. However, unlike urban planning, inclusiveness isn't something that can be imposed. Quite on the contrary, it has to be fostered and promoted at the lowest levels. Citizens and inhabitants of any city will never live peacefully and sustainably if they don't properly acknowledge and embrace their neighbors, no matter how good and effective the other public policies are. In the face of every situation, sides are taken and roles are adopted. The choice is often between being indifferent to the plights and suffering of others, even to those of neighbors, or extending a helping hand. And failing to choose may ironically be the most damaging course of action, for doing nothing is actually doing something. So how can we raise conscience of the fact that communities are complex, heterogeneous systems where people of different backgrounds have to coexist and face a wide array of problems while at the same time being entitled to the same basic rights? In Spanish, we have a beautiful word to describe this, convivencia, which in English would translate as living together. So how can we effectively lead each and every one of us to embrace this diversity we live in and act in consequence, thus creating safe and inclusive environments where we can all thrive? In Uruguay, we might have an answer: education. I run an NGO that works in what we call education and living together, imparting workshops in high schools all over my country about the importance of embracing the diversity we live in. Our workshops draw from historical experience to focus in modern day issues that relate to social exclusion and how to deal with it. Working neighborhood by neighborhood, we can impact the way people see and interact with each other in their own communities and help them adopt a more open attitude in order to produce good practices for living together. I believe education has the power to fundamentally transform people's perspectives and expand their horizons. No doubt it has to be complemented with other efforts, for multidimensional problems such as those we are discussing here today inevitably require interdisciplinary solutions. But no matter how well designed the policies are, where indifference prevails, where there is no solidarity, where there are no voices to stand up and speak out for the voiceless, then there will be just cohabiting, but not living together. There will be no resilience nor safety in our cities. And there will certainly be no sustainability, for sustainability is necessarily a collective enterprise. Educating people in a culture of peace and of convivencia, and partnering with youth and civil society in the educational efforts can help direct public policies in inclusion in the right direction. Otherwise, they might just be operating in a vacuum. Thank you very much.